Hello, One Piece fans. I am Ru, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Ru Books. If you're here for the first time, welcome either way. We like new fans, we like old fans. I'm just glad you're here to enjoy some One Piece content with me today. Just to quickly recap the last chapter, because Oda was cooking, we got Rocks versus Garling. We had Garp doing Garp things. We had the Kuma and Ivankov stuff. Big Mom appearing to steal the devil fruit, and then Kaido appearing to stealing the devil fruit from Big Mom and eating the dragon fruit that we know him for. He gets his first panel ever, I guess. The origin of him being in his dragon form, appearing looking all menacing and crazy. We had Emu appear, and it was very, very menacing. Rocks and I think Garp and Roger all saw him there. Maybe not Roger. Sorry, maybe not Garp. And we got Rocks versus Garling, where he absolutely wiped the floor with him. So last chapter was really, really good, and that sets us up beautifully for chapter 1163, which is titled Promises. And that is a very, very tender name for a chapter. So I'm expecting something truly emotional here. And yes, let's get into it. So let's begin with the cover page. We're not actually on a cover story arc at the moment, because the previous one with the pilgrimage has just finished. So we have a cover request, and here we have Luffy parkouring around town with a pack of Japanese macaques. It's so old school. I absolutely love it. We have some nice looking buildings around. He's in the air in a really weird position, with his arm being the primary focus here, taking up most of the space. We have a couple little monkeys flying around, looking all funny. People on the streets are looking up and celebrating. They're all kind of like, what the hell is this guy doing? Why is he flying in the air? And there's some clouds and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's very old school and just a nice chill piece of cover art. So yeah, like it. Okay, so let's go. We are on page 1. I quite like that the GODA Valley kind of towns and stuff, they have this kind of like Western vibe to them. They've got these kind of like saloons and like old-timey banks going on. It's quite like American setting kind of. It's very interesting. I like it. So, Saint Saturn, what is this form? Is this an ability? A new threat descends. Yeah, so Emu is looking very, very scary here. I guess Emu might be possessing Saint Saturn, because we see the crown, the really tall crown. But it is Saint Saturn's form, so like the spider legs. He's flaming, and he's got kind of tribalistic patterns all over his legs, with these very sharp fang-like ends protruding from the where the nib is. And he's saying, "Such eyesores!" He's really mad, and he's like starting to use his little leg things to tear into these marines. And then there's a marine holding us, going like, "What is this?" Scary. Yeah, and we just see him using his multiple spider legs to just impale marines, and they're going, "Ah! Oh!" I mean, they're obviously in pain because they are being like murdered by Emu right now, and the pirates are shocked. Wah! It's going after the marines? Isn't it on their side? Scratch that! Looks like it has it out for all of us. Yeah, I mean, Emu is going for everyone. No holds barred right now. Friend, foe. I mean, the only people that are going to be scared are going to probably be the actual world government agents that reside on Mary Joie. And now we have some kind of marine person in command saying, "Everyone fall back! Keep your distance!" People are still, getting impaled. Attacking is prohibited. Secure the escape route ahead. And now we go to Roger. "Hey, get a hold of yourselves. This pain, it's oddly compelling." "What are you babbling about, dummy? Damn it, my crew's been..." And then he's speaking to Scopper Gaban. "Gaban, cover these guys. Carry the treasure and get out of here. Not this again. You just don't do anything crazy, okay?" "What the hell?" And then we got Garp. "What the hell is this freaking monster? Sorry, it's not actually transponders now. He's talking to a marine. No idea. Saint Saturn's transformed. One of the 5 elders, huh? This is my first time seeing one. What a fitting look for the head of those maggots. Vice Admiral, keep it down. Yeah, so the other marines are just like, hey, watch what he's saying, watch what you're saying. Because, you know, he's literally just right there in front of him. Yeah, so Garp, obviously unfazed king. He doesn't really care. As always, it's such a pleasure seeing him in his prime form. He does still have this car around design that he's so iconic for having. So obviously Garp is behind Emu, but Rock is in front of him. He's holding his sword, which is just firmly planted in the ground, and his cloak is being flung around by the wind. And now we get Rock speaking. Hey, if it isn't the Rat King! Came to kill me in person, huh? And then we get Emu speaking. So thou art the one, Davy Jones. And then Rox is like, afraid you got the wrong guy. I've never even met the man. What a joker. That said, I believe promises are meant to be kept. That is precisely why your wretched ilk must be expunged from the annals of history. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. So it looked like, okay, so that is Emu speaking, and I guess he has made some kind of promise to someone about exterminating all of the Davy Jones clan, and that's probably why he is so genocidal. He's probably made promises to his forebearers to wipe out the Davy Jones and the Buccaneers and everything. So yeah, that's really interesting. I guess the old times were a lot more tribalistic when the population was smaller. The population was probably more like segregated into various tribes, and so obviously we've got like the Davy tribe, we've got like the Buccaneer tribe, and all that kind of thing. So that's really interesting. That is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we get Emu attacking Rocks. It's saying Emu's world remains incomplete. And then Rox is just like cutting off his spider leg and saying, the world ain't yours. That is so badass. He's like jumped up and he's wielding his sword like this. He's like slashing off his spider leg. And then the Marines are like, Rox, that crazy bastard. He's going after Saint Saturn. What, now? Rear Admiral, should we provide backup? Well, damn right we should. Move it. That's what Garp is saying. They're like, Vice Admiral Garp! Wait, what? Who exactly are you backing up? Yeah, so are they on Saturn/Emu side, or are they meant to be backing up Rocks because of this creature abomination that has actually been taking out other Marines? Now the Marines are speaking again. The pirates are taking the treasure! Stop them! These are world-renowned items. Yeah, I mean, it's like the world government's prize collection, right? And they're just all running away. They've loaded up a cart. So someone's running with the cart. Other people are just defending it with guns, with swords, with, like, maces, whatever weapons they've got at hand. Things are getting pretty crazy. Glug. How's the transport situation looking? We're ready to go, Captain John. This is goodbye then, Rocks pirates. And now we're back to Dragon. What's going on? What was that terrible shriek? And Baby Shanks is crying. Wah, wah. A Navy ship. I'll have them take the kid. And then all of a sudden something's happened. What the? Ooh, we have a double page spread. Okay. So there's something happening. Wah! Wow, wait, the treasure! Yeah, so those pirates that were like on the cart escorting the treasure over to the ship or something, they're losing it, starting to fly away. All like the necklaces and everything, the boxes, because they've got metal on them. Our metals are reacting to something. Don't let go! That's what Gaban and his mates are saying. Big Eater! Some pirate is saying. To me, my treasure! So he's holding out his hands, he's got his bottle of alcohol. And this is really, really cool because we finally get to see who was the previous wielder of Kids Devil Fruit. because he's using magnetism to attract all of the treasure to him. Though I don't really know how he's going to be carrying all of that. That's like, considering the awakening of Kid's fruit let him attract all of the metals to Big Mom, and that, you know, caused devastating damage. I don't know what he's expecting to do with all of the treasure just like flying into him. That's gonna give him a few concussions. But he'll make it work. Anyway, it's got to be Captain John's magnet power. Crash! It's causing a strong magnetic pull to the valley's southeast entrance. Yeah, who the hell's Captain John? I mean, I don't remember. Has he been in one of the previous chapters? He obviously probably would have pulled up with alongside Rox and Roger and stuff, but I don't know who this guy is, apart from now that he's got the magnet power. And Roger's like, do whatever you want, just get out of the way. Roger! John, that snake. Yeah, so there's a bit of betrayal. And then we have this dude, he's like flicking the stuff away and counteracting the magnet power, or kind of trying to disrupt him, get him to interact to something else, to lose control of all the treasure that he's pulling towards himself at the moment. And he's like, what is this? Okay, so the next page starts off with the kaboom, and Captain John's out for the count, so his moment to shine wasn't very long. Damn, it's a shame they've done the magnet power dirty like that, because it is a very cool power. Yeah, and then, you know, the treasure is all just crashing and falling into different places, and Dragon is falling with Shanks wrapped in his arms. Hey, Ganzui, why did you attack John? You really think that he'd split all that loot with us? Makes sense. Aren't each of those treasure chests worth at least $1 billion? Billion? Can't blame anyone for wanting to hog it all, really. And then Shiki's like, huh? And the next page already begins with a Garp. He's doing his run, and all the other Marines, the cannon fodder Marines, are just holding on to him, making some kind of chain. It just looks so stupid. Very, very One Piece. You can't, Vice Admiral. That's one of the world's overseers. And he's like, it looks like a pest to me. Yeah, I mean, to him, it's just like bug extermination. And all the Marines are like, wah! Because he's running, and they're all just like, you know, getting friction burns from the floor. So we get Whitebeard, Kaido, and there's a clash happening. And Kaido is like, save some for me, Rox. And Rox is like, Kaido, you damn brat. And yeah, so we get obviously Whitebeard, Kaido. Oh no, that's Big Mom. Big Mom with her sword riding on Zeus. Zeus is looking very angry, and she's preparing an attack. Big Mom's like, I'll kill you. She's still mad about Kaido getting the the devil fruit, and then Kaido's like, you jealous? Check this out. And he's already preparing to shoot a laser beam from his mouth. And Whitebeard's just looking at Kaido like, what the hell is he doing? But he's preparing some Conqueror's attacks. And Rox is already preparing another sword slash, two-handed, raised above his head. And then Roger's like, this is my catch, Garp. And Garp's like, Galaxy! This is, I guess, where the Armin and Conqueror's Haki's coming from. So they're all preparing to attack Imu, who's possessing Saturn. So they're all, you know, having this big team up at the moment, and it's so epic seeing all these big names kind of working synergistically to defeat a big problem. But who knows where it's going to go from this page. Oh my god, that is an amazing panel. So yeah, they're all attacking Emu. We have Divine Impact. We have Divine Departure. Sorry, no. Oh, damn it. We have Galaxy Impact. We have Divine Departure. We have some kind of dragon attack. What's Kaido saying? Yeah, no, he didn't. Just Dragon. His name is Dragon. And his attack's name is Dragon. And then Big Mom's like, Ikaku Sovereignty! And then, so Rox's attack is Pandemonium of the Abyss, or Rogers. And obviously, Whitebeard's is Shattering Void, because you can see the fabrics of reality breaking apart. What a gorgeous panel. This has got to be one of my favorite panels this year. Just how delicate the line work is to make up Rox's clothing. Roger's fists, just how amazing and intricate Kaido looks here, and how Imu's just getting blown up. Various parts of his body are just disappearing, flying apart. Oh my goodness, what an incredible panel. And now we have another double page spread by the looks of it. And obviously, Imu unfazed just instantly regenerates, even though his face was just like, half missing. Unfazed, and he sends out a Conqueror's shock by the looks of it, which reverberates across the island, and that is a gorgeous panel, playing with the grays of the surrounding and how he's black in the page. And yeah, it reverberates across the island. Loads of Marines are getting knocked unconscious, kind of like the Luffy moment we had on Marineford. And the pirates who aren't too weak-willed are like, what was that? Is this the start of Armageddon or something? Look alive! The treasure flew all over the place. Pick it up. Oh yeah, we see Rayleigh is still carrying Shaki. Ha ha ha! You never miss a beat, Rayleigh. A pirate's priorities never waver. Yeah ha ha! And then we go back to Dragon. That was intense. Is the baby okay? Huh? What? Where did he go? And then the baby Shanks is like, goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga. And he's drawn in by the treasure chest. There's an open treasure chest, and he's like, "Oh, sparkly, haha, yay!" Oh, that's so funny. That's so wholesome and cute. Damn. I mean, that shows Shanks was literally born to be a pirate. He likes the sparkly, shiny things. He knows what is worth stuff. He likes the good stuff. Shanks. Wow, amazing. The next page begins with a load of bickering. Emu's obviously regenerating his form. He doesn't look too phased. Kaido's like, it's too late to throw it up. Big Mom's like, then pay me back! They're still bickering about the devil fruit. Roger's like, my one attack was all it took. He's smiling, and then Roger's like, no way, it was all me. And then someone's saying, I think it might be Emu, they are far away in the forest running. And then Rox is like, hey, don't tell me you're... And then Emu's saying, a new branch of the Davy clan, the woman and her child, frantically trying to survive. Such dangerous lives must not be let loose. I mean, to be fair, knowing what Blackbeard has achieved in the story so far, considering Emu's position, he's right to be afraid, and he's right to want to eliminate them early because they have become a problem. Blackbeard is very, very adamantly kind of doing what Zebek was kind of trying to achieve. So yeah, I mean, he knew the threat that Blackbeard would possess in the future, and he knew the power of the Davy clan. So now all we need to find out is why is the Davy clan so goddamn scary. And then we get back to Rox. He's attacking Emu. Stop it! What are you trying to do? And Garp's looking kind of beat up. He's like, huh. And then he's hearing the sword swing, swoosh, swoosh. It will not be Mu who acts. So that's really interesting. He's like all cut up, but he's still very much conscious. It doesn't like he can stay conscious even while he's regenerating. It's just kind of some passive ability. And Rox is like, It looks like Emu has gotten his kind of like some kind of tendrils right into Rox. And he's saying, what is this? It doesn't hurt or even itch. And Emu's like, thou shalt be the one to exterminate them. And Rox is like, huh? Emu's saying, go forth and slay your wife and child. Rox is saying, that's absurd. What are you talking about? Oh gosh, okay, I can see where this is going. Saying, Dommy, reversey. I guess it's a technique of his. We have Whitebeard and Roger all looking up at Rox, who's elevated in the sky, almost like that Usopp moment with the giants, but in a much more serious, depressing, and sad kind of way, because I have grown to love rocks, and what's about to happen is really sad. So now we see him, he has turned into a demonic form, kind of like we have seen with the giants on Elbath, and he's wheezing. And obviously we get a panel with Rox, his wife, carrying Blackbeard and running away, and the narrator asks the question, what lies in store for Rox's family? So that makes so much sense as to why Roger and Garp have had to team up against Rox, because he is incredibly powerful, and while their goals have been aligned so far on God Valley, unfortunately, he has been possessed by Emu and made into a demon. So now he has to fight on the opposite side as a puppet. And what has happened to him, considering his influence, his power, his charisma, the fact that even though he's wanted to do these things, he's actually kind of a good guy. He was friends with King Harold. He is now the villain. He now becomes a villain because he is possessed by Emu, and that is so gut-wrenching. No! Oh, Oda, you really playing with my heart right now. Oh, damn. What an absolutely fantastic chapter. Honestly, I keep saying it like almost week and week again. One of the best chapters this year. The God Valley flashback is just ramping up and up and up. I think this is probably the crescendo. I don't think it can actually get any better than this. I think it's going to taper back off. Although seeing the team up between Roger and Garp to fight Rox, who is being possessed, will be really cool. But it's just going to make me sad because I like Rox. So for me, this chapter was the peak, and it's going to fall back off because I like Rox too much. Yeah, really cool chapter. Seeing the chaos in trying to get all the treasure back to the ships and run away. The seeds of chaos being sown has been really cool. It's kind of a shame that we've not seen Dragon do that much. I guess he's kind of quite weak at the moment. I'm guessing he hasn't gotten his devil fruit or whatever powers he's gotten yet. He's just trying to run away with Shanks, but it has been nice to see him at least have some kind of moral fiber, some backbone, that he's got a sense of justice, and he just wants to see this kid survive as a way of paying back and retributing for being part in this extermination game that the world government has set up. Yeah, really love the team up between the Rox pirates and Garp and Roger versus Emu. All that stuff was super cool. I loved the bickering between Kaido and Big Mom, and I liked that in a sense, the way that their rivalry has built up over the years, and they became emperors, and they still, were bickering and everything, and not the best of friends, and the way that Wano played out as it did was really cool in the future. So yeah, what an amazing chapter. Honestly, I am just in love with this one. I really can't wait to find out what happens next. Just in terms of the story, the artwork, the narrative, what happens to our characters. It's all been so fantastic. Oda really cooked with this chapter. So in the comments below, tell me, what did you think of this chapter? I would love to hear from you. Fortunately, unless there is another random delay, there is meant to be no break next week, so I should see you next week, Nakama. And yeah, I hope that you liked it. Yeah, be sure to subscribe as well if you like One Piece content, because I react to these chapters as soon as I can when they are out. And I love it, and I hope that you can feel the enjoyment I have and enjoy it alongside me. And yeah, anyway, until next time, Ru out.